Today we're back in the 2024 BMW 530i. I'm here with Substitute Topher.
Greetings.
We've both spent some time in this car this week.
Yes.
I uploaded a video on this with some of my first driving impressions, and I wanted to kind of do another video to sum up our thoughts on this.
Sounds good.
Yeah, get some of your thoughts too.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting this with the car off because we just realized that the wireless charging fan is pretty loud.
Yeah. Well, these wireless chargers in the new BMWs are known for cooking iPhones.
Yeah, they just melt your iPhone.
They do melt iPhones. Yeah. So
they keep it charged,
Yeah.
but when you pick it up, it needs to like turn off for a while so it can cool. Yeah. Stop start button right here. All right, so this is the 530i. We've spent a lot of time in the i5, M60, and the xDrive 40, both of which I liked those cars as EVs. I thought they were really well executed. This 530i starts around 60 grand. This, as tested, is $70,000. We have a 2-liter, 4-cylinder turbo.
This is the B48, in my opinion, the best 4-cylinder on sale today.
That's probably about right.
Yeah.
Is the best 4-cylinder on sale today worth 70 grand?
No. But if you have to have a 4-cylinder, have yourself a B48.
Okay.
Yeah.
For 70 grand, I'd get the B58.
The B58.
In the 540i.
I love the B58.
We haven't driven that yet, though.
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, we should drive that.
Yep. But that's not my biggest issue with this car. My biggest issue with this car and a lot of new BMWs is just the tech-heavy and screen-heavy interface. The user interface in this interior, it's stressful to live with.
Mm-hmm.
I really struggled with it this week. I was nervous driving this car. Just kind of, I refused to change things that, if anything, I was giving up comfort in my luxury car in the interest of self-preservation and not crashing.
There is some swerving that goes on while you're changing settings in here. So
because there's no driving assistance.
No.
This doesn't even have adaptive cruise control for $70,000. I feel like that should be standard on something like this.
Yeah.
It isn't.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Let's walk you guys around this 530i real quick. We'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll hop back in and go for a drive and give you guys some driving impressions.
I'm gonna leave the key in it so it doesn't honk at us.
Oh yeah, that's a good call. Cool color. Cape York green metallic.
Yeah. It's a good one.
It is.
It's one of my favorites that BMW has in their current selection.
I saw one of these on the road the other day, and I couldn't figure out what it was.
Really?
It was a new 530i.
It's a little unrecognizable.
It was black, so just a different color from this, but the front grille really kind of threw me off, and the new proportions of this 5 Series are kind of strange. This is a taller vehicle to accommodate a battery pack in the electric i5, which makes sense, and it's probably what had to happen, because since this isn't an SUV, you either give up cabin space or you have to make the vehicle taller to accommodate that battery pack.
Yeah.
But as a result, it looks kind of funky.
These always look weird in the wild too, because a lot of the kind of mass-bought vehicles have small wheels.
Yeah.
And the press cars we drive always have the largest wheels possible to fit on a vehicle, so they always look a little different.
Yeah, today we have BMW 22-inch wheels on rubber bands. These are Pirelli P0 rubber bands.
Yeah.
And
30-section sidewall.
yeah,
Yeah.
275 30R21s. However, saving grace, BMW has been kind enough and thoughtful enough to provide us with a spare tire this week.
Yeah, however,
However,
you lose most of the trunk.
and it doesn't quite look finished. Yeah.
Yeah. Though I do like these. These are nice for putting things in.
I know,
so
yeah.
Stuff doesn't rattle, but
Yep.
yeah, a bit of a weird setup.
This is a bit strange.
This wasn't in here when I drove this car in South Carolina.
Well, it's because it's for
It's
Michigan.
here now, so
Yeah.
they've had to add it.
We were supposed to get this car 2 months ago.
That's right.
And didn't because of a tire situation.
Probably gone through
So-
dozens of wheels and tires
I'm
since
sure
then,
it
and they
has.
finally said, all right, fine, have a spare tire, because journalists keep getting stranded and
Yeah.
have to call BMW roadside assistance.
Yeah.
This is all-wheel drive. It doesn't have exhaust tips.
It's got fake little cutouts for them.
Little cutouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't. Oh no, they're there. They're just. They
Well, I
just
mean,
dump.
they'd have to be.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, they just dump.
They just dump under the car. Did you notice the placement of the reverse light in this car? It's right here in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of neat.
That is neat.
Like a race car kind of.
Sure. Yeah, that's right. This is 5 right there.
And right here.
Ooh, look at that.
What do you think of these door handles?
I don't like them.
You don't?
They're kind of hard to grab onto.
Yeah. They're kind of a satisfying click, though, when you do get
They
them.
do feel nice, yeah, and they look good. They look kind of like little blades, little razor blades.
You know all those videos of people having to ice pick their Tesla door handles
That was
out?
me.
Oh.
I uploaded a short.
Did you?
And
Would that be the situation with this too?
100%, yeah, I was just banging on it.
Yeah.
And it froze shut. Chances are, though, your BMW is going to be in the garage.
Well, the fifth owner is going to have to deal with all that, though.
Let's see what you look like back there, Christopher.
I'm cozy, and I
Yeah.
could mount my iPad.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks great.
This, I believe, is a synthetic leather in this car as well.
Okay, feels good.
Pretty soft material, and this has almost 7,000 miles on it, and everything has held up pretty well.
No rattles.
7,000 journalist miles.
That's right.
Different than 7,000
Yeah.
regular miles. I just mean as far as the seat material goes. Like,
Yeah.
there's no like cracks or anything or wrinkles on
Sure.
the driver's seat, so it's good. But anyways, yeah, back seat room, good. Even with the glass roof, got good headroom. Sat behind where I'd be sitting in the passenger seat, 5'11". Little indents for the legs.
Mm-hmm.
Got
Your
an
feet
armrest.
fit under there.
My feet do fit under the seat. Yes,
All
they
good
do.
things. Okay.
But no seat deck storage.
I know.
I love the Bowers and Wilkins speaker covers.
Yeah, these are gorgeous.
Also, not to mention, this is one of the best sound systems in like any new car right now.
I thought it was better than a lot of previous BMWs.
It is.
Yeah.
They've stepped it up
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Okay, that's good. Because it was impressive in the i5s.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it should be the same system. You know what I love about this is it is surprisingly quick
Yep.
and torquey, but you can put it in eco mode and it's like driving an EV. It's
Yeah,
like
you
silent.
barely
you don't
hear
even
it.
know it's there.
It is
So
really quiet.
This is such a refined four-cylinder turbo engine. I mean, it's better than any other four-cylinder. In my opinion, it's better than any other four-cylinder
And
on the current market.
That 255 horsepower number is about as underrated as it gets.
Oh, yeah.
This feels like it has upwards of 300.
It's a quick car.
It's not slow. Great fuel economy, 27 city, 35 highway, which is about the same as the B58, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know. The B58, as impressive as the B48 is, the B58 is even more
Yeah.
impressive. And they rate this at 35 highway. It probably exceeds that.
Yeah, you'll probably get close to higher 30s, if not
Yeah.
40 in this.
Yeah.
No, it is very efficient.
Active shutters here on the front for the grille.
Oh yeah.
So that helps too.
Yep. The new BMW Snoot.
Yeah.
LED headlamps.
This one's not as offensive though.
No, I think
It's massive still.
overall they could have made this look worse.
Nice kind of like open pore wood on the dash,
Yeah.
which feels real.
Yeah.
If it isn't real, they've done a good job faking it.
All right, Chris. I did a survey the other day.
Oh, I saw
I
that.
went on the internet
What do you want?
and I asked a bunch of people a question. I said, "What do you want? Buttons or touchscreen controls?" And 92%
Oh,
of 19,000 people voted on this, which is crazy.
it's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. Said they want buttons, and 8% said they wanted touchscreen controls,
They must drive Teslas.
or they just might like crashing.
That's true. They like
Yeah.
swerving.
A lot. To be fair, a lot of people said buttons for climate control, touchscreen for other
Sure.
things, a combination.
Yep.
But 92% of 19,000 people said buttons are superior.
So pretty clear victory there for buttons.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have some buttons. They're haptic buttons in this 530i. But for the most part, everything is a touchscreen control. Did you use voice activation in this at all? BMW Assistant at all this week?
No, I didn't.
It was just fail after fail for me
Really?
earlier this
It worked
week.
well for me in the 7
Yeah.
Series last year.
Head-up display adjustment.
Pardon?
There's no idea. This worked twice for me, and it didn't work about 10 times for me. And it knows what you're it knows what you're saying because it reads it out to you in the head-up display.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you
Well,
again.
it's fun in the-
These sample commands can help you.
It's fun in the 7 Series because you can make it open doors and stuff. Although I bet this will open windows if you ask it.
I'm
Ask it to
sorry
open your
that
window.
I didn't understand you again.
Also, you can say, "Hey BMW."
roll down my windows.
Okay.
See?
That was plural, and she did singular.
You could also just reach over and hit the button.
There's a button! The only buttons in the cabin are for your windows. No, I mean, ultimately, all right, so when this stuff works, and when you know how to talk to it, that's another thing, is you have to kind of know what to say.
You gotta know the verbiage.
Yeah, you gotta speak the lingo, so to speak.
Here's the samples.
Yeah, samples. These are just things you can say.
Yeah.
It's more tedious and distracting to do that than it is sometimes to go in and do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And the workaround is just to make a button for it.
That is what we've done for the past 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that BMW has gone to some lengths to give us a combination of controls. I really think the climate control screen is a big oversight because it takes up the entire display. And even though they've made some adjustments with iDrive 8.5 here, I feel like we could have just put all that right here in a very nice layout. There's room right here. There's tons of gloss black plastic, which it looked perfect when it was delivered to me earlier this week. We haven't really driven this very much, and it looks disgusting. Like, it's kind of gross. There's just dust and fingerprints.
We've used like half a tank of fuel, and this is the destruction of the piano.
Yeah, it ain't cute. And I mean, okay, maybe you've got a microfiber towel in your glove box, but it's going to get pretty scratched up. Yeah.
You need to have one of those little Dremel attachments with the polish. You can
Seriously.
come in here and polish them.
Yeah. This has some cool packages.
M Sport package that gives you the 21-inch wheels, gray blue ash trim, which is this, I'd imagine.
All right.
M Sport exterior and interior elements. M Sport content, so you get actual M Sport little stripes on the cluster.
That's right.
That's
I like
fun.
that. M Sport steering wheel. Look at the steering wheel. It
It's
has
very
little
thick steering wheel.
cutouts.
You have to have big hands to
Yeah.
muscle that one. This has the premium pack with remote start, heated steering wheel, interior camera, full LED lights with cornering, park assistant plus.
Our
This also
Bavarian
has-
overlords are watching us.
What do you think they call this?
Oh, it's something fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Sky Lounge roof.
that's right.
Mhm.
Sounds like something you'd see at the airport.
Yeah, $600 option.
Yeah, it's probably worth it.
And then, you know what? Bowers & Wilkins, $950, which I think is very much worth it.
Super worth it.
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah,
good sound system.
I would argue the M Sport and the premium package are meh.
Nah,
Everything else,
Yeah.
not a bad. But I mean, all right, so $60,000 starting price.
Yeah.
With taxes, with fees. I guess you're not buying this. You're leasing.
You're
it.
leasing it,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
for
leasing
like $1,000 a month.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go for a drive. I want to try out boost mode.
Oh, you didn't try that?
I predict it does absolutely nothing.
We shall see.
Okay.
I'll let you be surprised by it.
All right.
It's, like sport response in Porsches.
Oh, it's like
kinda
that?
like that.
Okay. You just hold it?
Yeah, you just hold it.
The steering is freakishly light.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I like the steering in this car.
I do. It's almost like 7 Series-esque steering in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they took a lot of the interface and like control weights from the iX and the new 7 Series
Yeah.
and brought it down into the 5 Series. And that's kind of my favorite thing about this new 5 Series is that it drives really well.
Handle's nice.
Handles great. It feels light, nimble. It's sharp. The 4-cylinder sounds good. I mean, it doesn't feel like there's tons of piped-in sound. It's not synthetic.
You can turn that on and off as well. The iconic sounds.
That's right.
Right
Yep.
there.
Yep. I kind of like
So
it.
it's on, but you can't really tell. So.
No. Let's go into sport mode. We'll even turn traction control into sport, I guess.
Any use
DSC
boost
off.
mode around here?
Why not?
Right, you're in
Boost
You got
mode for 10 seconds or less. I'm just as fast as I was previously.
It's kind of a fun gimmick.
Boost mode was, I think, really designed for the EV.
Oh yeah, because in the EVs it does actually give you like 80 extra pound-feet of torque.
Sure.
But in this, I think it just makes the screen a different color. Did you try out expressive, relax, or digital art mode?
I did not.
They're all in there.
There are some gimmicks here.
Yeah, they all do many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
BMW is heavy on their art heritage.
Yes, they are. Yeah. The best time to like mess with all those modes though is at night because it's kind of a cool visual.
Yeah, it changes the ambient lighting, all that
Yeah.
stuff. We apologize. This probably should have been a night drive, but the timing just didn't quite work out.
Yeah.
All right, let's chuck it in here. See what these Pirelli rubber bands do around a corner. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It still handles like a 5 Series. It feels like a sports sedan.
Yeah.
Braking performance. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Woo.
And then the headrest is soft to catch you.
Oh yeah.
You lurch back. Seatbelt tension's nice.
That's right.
Yeah, the handling here is.
It's quite good. And it's
quite
impressive.
Do it again.
Ugh.
Bring it up.
Okay. My modes. Oops. Going off the road here.
Don't you want to try digital art mode?
Well, I think, all right, so the potential for crashing in this car is twofold. One,
Yeah.
so everything's in a screen or a haptic button. You can't really feel anything out or access it quickly.
Yeah.
This isn't really an intuitive design, at least with what we're used to with BMW layouts.
Yeah.
And the steering is so light that it's so easy to kind of steer and veer off your line
Yeah.
that, I don't know, then there's no lane centering or there's no adaptive cruise control in this.
It is kind of the perfect formula to swerve off the road.
It's you're on
But
your own, yeah.
You have me today to make adjustments for you.
That's right. You need a co-pilot,
Rise on
a
the road.
co-driver. Well, you really do need to pay attention because if you hit one pothole, your day is,
You're done.
if not ruined, extended.
Yes.
Expressive.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Do you feel expressive?
I did actually. My first review, I was pretty passionate about
Yeah.
some of my complaints.
So what I don't like about the drive modes is that you then have to get out of this because it doesn't go away. Like,
Yeah.
It just gets rid of the screen.
Yeah, I want to go back to my CarPlay. I mean, I guess I just press it once, but then I've
Yeah.
gone off the road slightly.
And then you go back to BMW, and then you're back at this screen, and then you have to hit home. And then, at this point, you're already over there through the fence.
Yep.
So
Digital art.
it's the same as expressive, just a different. And we're not going to do relax because that messes with the sunroof and it's
Okay.
distracting. So we'll put you back into personal mode. And
It does handle well.
it handles, yeah. I mean, one thing about this car is I did really enjoy driving it. Like driving it. You know, going around corners and having the torque to get out of the corners. Entrance ramps are fun. Good passing power on the highway.
Yep. I said in my initial impressions video that my favorite things about this car are the turn signal and
Oh,
the
yeah.
steering. I
Dude,
really
the
like the
turn
steering.
The turn signal feels so good.
It
It's
really
like
does.
such a nice click.
It's like the best turn signal, which is wasted on most BMW owners, but it's one of the best out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it just has this great click to it. First noticed that in the iX. And the steering is almost like Ferrari 458 light, you know?
I wouldn't know that, but I'll trust you on it. Good brakes.
Great brakes.
This ZF 8HP never skips a beat.
Oh, it's flawless.
Ever.
It's a really good
It's
gearbox.
the best.
Yeah.
The best automatic.
Pretty quiet at speed.
Oh, yeah, very
I think it
quiet.
would be quieter not on 21-inch wheels.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
It's very aerodynamic, though.
It is.
The car. So.
I prefer the i5. I think this interior, the tech, lends itself better to an electric vehicle than it does an internal combustion engine. The 4-cylinder is good, but it's a bit of a letdown, and it kind of just lowers the experience of the car overall, just because you really want a sonorous inline 6 in something like this.
Yeah, I mean, though this is the best 4-cylinder on the market, I do agree that in a 5 Series it is a little bit out of place. I mean, it definitely feels better suited in a 2 or a 3 Series or an X3. I think this with a B58 would be the ticket, or the new M5.
Sure.
Excited to drive that too.
But, hello Savage Keys. But if you don't care about what engine's in your car, and you just want something that's quiet and comfortable and has enough power, and you just want a 5 Series for the lowest monthly lease payment, then this is a perfectly acceptable option. I think most people won't have any problems with the powertrain. The problems come with maybe the design, inside and out, and the tech is just, there's a learning curve here. I mean, we've lived with this car for a week and still not used to it. It's just not intuitive. And I think that's kind of the biggest problem with a lot of BMW interiors these days.
Yeah.
I feel like all the German luxury makers are having this tech off, this competition of who can really kind of create value in their modern luxury sedans by adding the best tech. And I will hand it to BMW. They've done a good job with the processing power, the infotainment screen speed. The CarPlay integration seems to work pretty well. Did you have any trouble connecting CarPlay this week?
No.
Okay. It took me about 30 minutes. But maybe that was just my problem.
Could have been.
But it's a fast infotainment. It's just that I don't know if cars should have this level of distraction in them. It's a philosophical question, Chris. Question of life and death. On-road or off-road in your BMW 5 Series. So I don't know. What do you think?
I have enjoyed living with this car from kind of the luxury standpoint of everything just kind of feeling nice in here.
Mm-hmm.
The light steering, I know we talked the whole video about how there's too much going on in here, but at least it does work quickly. Like, you're not waiting for like something to not like a Ford where you touch the screen and then 3 seconds later something happens.
And you'd get used to it.
Yes, I would like to think so. I was a little stressed kind of swerving around potholes with these 21-inch wheels, and I think that I would spec my 5 Series a little bit differently than this one. But overall, it's been fine.
Yeah, there's a couple like big reasons why I'm not relaxed driving this car, and one is the wheels choice, which is just an option. That's neither here nor there.
Right.
If you live in an area with perfect roads, get your 21-inch wheels and enjoy them all day long. But everywhere else, don't get them. The tech in this just is a little bit, it's too intrusive, I think, but you would get used to it, and maybe you can learn the lingo of the BMW Assistant, and that would help some too. But yeah, it definitely feels very modern in here, and I think that's what BMW is going for, and they have achieved that.
Yeah.
So
these are quite modern.
Yeah, I know. I like these little holes. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
New 5 Series. Those are our final thoughts for now.
Yeah.
I'm excited to drive the 540i because I think just having the B58 in this will make it such a better driving experience.
It'll kind of make up for some of the annoyances.
Yeah, it will.
You can just B58 away.
Yeah, because I think the EV powertrains, both of them, make up for some of the annoyances in this car because they're so good to drive. The calibration, the tuning, the EV driving experience. I think this is one of my favorite EVs. This i5 was just awesome.
Yeah.
The eDrive 40, the rear-wheel drive, has tons of range. It's really smooth. The M60 is just freaking fast. Like, it's so quick.
Yeah.
There's so much performance in that car. And this it's just a 5 Series.
Mm-hmm.
So, for my money, I would go for an i5, but I know that probably isn't going to work for everyone.
I'd go for an M5.
I know, but they haven't released that yet.
That's true, yeah. I'd allegedly go for an M5.
I'm sure that'll be awesome. I would probably go for a 540.
540 would be the proper pick, yeah.
Because this is kind of that Goldilocks perfect size sedan. It's got the size and luxury of a 7 Series, but the handling and the capability of a 3 Series,
You know that E38 I drove on the channel a few months back?
Yeah.
It was like the same size as this.
Really?
So this is like the size of the old 7 Series.
That's the way it is.
That's the way things go.
Yeah, everything's getting bigger. Well, okay, those are our thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, guys. That'll be it for this one. We'll see you in the next one. Let us know if you have any questions. Go check out Chris's videos on Winding Road on this car, because you've already filmed this on your channel.
I do have a video of this exact car on my channel. It's from a
Yeah.
few months ago.
Yep.
But yeah, up in the hills of, where were we? South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Spartanburg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is one of those cars, if I'm being honest, I think it's one of those cars that would probably grow on you with time. It's just the initial impressions on this are rough, because it's just, it's a learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's very different.
yeah, it is. One strange thing is that the sunroof shade folds into this area.
Yeah. And the other strange thing is, the actual icon on here shows a sunroof opening.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's
it doesn't
right.
open.
No,
it doesn't.
no
If
chance.
you push on it, it doesn't open.
Yeah.
So, kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
And then if you push on it, it closes.
It closes, okay. So it's just redundant operation.
Yes. Just so they could reuse that switch,
Ah.
I imagine. Oh.
Just ejected the sauce. That is nice. You got a button here for your interior lighting. So you can
It's a quick
adjust
change to the ambient lighting.
ambient lighting and stuff like that.
Well,
They
that's
have included quite a few of those around here,
Yeah.
but get your light controls.
This is chassis code G60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next, they're going to have to go to H.
Yes, they are. Yours was the E28 you had?
I had an E28 5 Series. 535 with a 5-speed manual.
That's proper 5 Series.
That's proper 5 Series. That's when you could call it the ultimate driving machine. This,
The ultimate screen machine.
that's right. Yeah. There are rocks stuck inside the wheel.
Really?
Yeah, look at that. There's like little rocks in there.
Oh, these probably pop out. These are probably
Think so?
probably plastic. Yeah, they're plastic. These pop out. They're like arrow covers. in
Oh
a way.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. You're gonna have to remove those to clean out the rocks that get in there. But it doesn't even matter, because you're gonna be replacing these wheels every few weeks anyway.
That's right.
Yeah, so they'll be brand new. As long as you get the wheel and tire package, you'll be fine. You don't even have to wash them or clean them. But yeah, when you're just driving this thing around normally, you barely hear the engine.
Oh yeah. It's so quiet.
It really is. Yeah, you're usually lucky to crest 3,500 RPM in normal driving.
It's able to use that torque.
Yeah.